Hi, I'm Kingsley Agbokaude. You are welcome to Arise United Devils. The game yesterday evening made me happy for so many reasons, and I believe every fan of Manchester United is very happy. One, we won the game. Two, we got the 3 points. Three, Rasmus Hojlund got a brace. And four, the fight of those players. They fought till the end. They fought to preserve that one goal lead. They didn't relent. They kept on playing. They kept on counter-attacking. Even though Luton Town had more possession than Manchester United, but Manchester United were completely thrown out in the game. That is the spirit of Manchester United. That is the DNA of Manchester United. This morning is the morning after. Now, let's get down to the main news. The first piece of news is from Manchester Evening News and is by Jack Flitter. The headline is Dan Ashworth placed on gardening leave by Newcastle amid Manchester United interest and new claims. And the news goes on. Newcastle sporting director Dan Ashworth has reportedly asked to leave St. James's Park as Manchester United eye their next major boardroom appointment. This week, Manchester Evening News Sports revealed that Ashworth wanted to join United after being drawn to the Old Trafford project. The 52-year-old has a long-standing relationship, that is friendship, with Sir Dave Brailsford and is open to entering a working relationship. However, on Thursday, the newspaper reported that United are willing to wait for Ashworth after a £10 million compensation fee was placed on his head by the Magpies. It is understood Sir Jim Ratcliffe and co scoffed at the idea of spending this much on the sporting director to bring him to the club early. According to The Athletic, the former Brighton technical director has informed Newcastle that he wishes to leave the club. Reports emerged on Sunday night claiming that he has made his feelings on a move clear. In response, Newcastle have reportedly placed Ashworth on gardening leave following the meeting on Sunday. The article adds that the North East club could want as much as £20 million for their sporting director to leave for Old Trafford before his period of gardening leave comes to an end. Formal contact between United and Newcastle is not believed to have been made at this stage. Meanwhile, the Daily Mail reports the Reds could have to wait 2 years for Ashworth to join if they do not reach an agreement with Newcastle for an adequate fee. Currently, John Murtough holds the position of Director of Football at Old Trafford, but it's widely understood he will be departing this role for a job behind the scenes once a new sporting director is employed. So there you have it. United wants Dan Ashworth. Dan Ashworth wants United. But the stumbling block right now is Newcastle United. Newcastle United do not want Dan Ashworth to go to Manchester United. As a result, they have placed £20 million on him. It's outrageous. How would a club place £20 million on a sporting director? It's not a player. It's not coming to play for Manchester United. Manchester United is employing him. So how will you place £20 million on him? That is unrealistic. And I don't think Manchester United will pay that money. It is too much. At the beginning, it was £10 million, which they balked at. They didn't want to pay because they feel it's too high. So how on earth would they now pay £20 million for him? He's good. United want him. But I think there is going to be a way out. Something will be sorted out between the two clubs. Don't forget, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a businessman. So he knows what he's doing. And I'm sure they are going to get their man. So now let's move on to another piece of news that I have for you. The next piece of news is also from Manchester Evening News. And this is by Samuel Lucas. The headline is Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag explains Casemiro and Harry Maguire substitutions. And the news goes on. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag confirmed the half-time removals of Casemiro and Harry Maguire against Luton Town were both tactical. Casemiro and Maguire had both been booked in the first half of United's 2-1 win and were replaced by Scott McTominay and Johnny Evans at the interval. Midfielder Casemiro received a yellow card for impeding Amiri Bell in the 34th minute, and he then fouled Ross Barkley 5 minutes later for what appeared to be a bookable offence. The Brazilian has been yellow carded 8 times in his last 10 appearances for United, while Maguire was cautioned for cynically fouling Luton striker Cathy Morris. I think the game was going in the direction. There was a lot of pressure on the referee. They both were a risk for another booking, and we had a good replacement with Scott McTominay and Johnny Evans, Ten Hag explained. So that's why we took them off. We didn't want to go in that risk. Ten Hag defended Casemiro, who has been sent off 3 times for United over his booking, but considered the challenge on Barkley might have warranted a card. It looked like even when he is not touching opponents, he gets booked, and often on the first moment in the game as well. It is crazy, and today was similar. It was so unfair, the first booking. The second could have been given, and that's why I took him off. It's difficult to play if you don't even touch an opponent, and then you get booked. You can see now Casemiro is back in the team. He gives so much to the team, so much calmness, organization. So we are very happy. Since he's back, it lifted the team spirits and levels. Luke Shaw, also booked, came up before halftime and was seen leaping through the mid zone after the match. Ten Hag confirmed his injury was not a knock and likely a recurrence of the problem that enforces withdrawal at halftime against Aston Villa a week earlier. You see, I have something to say about Casemiro. Agreed, he has had so many yellow cards and was sent off 3 times last year. But when you really look at those sent off, those red cards he had, some of them were not warranted. You know, it was just a witch hunt against him. They were not warranted. His first foul today, where he got yellow card, he wasn't supposed to get yellow card for that foul. But the second one, I agree, on Ross Barkley, that was supposed to be, it was actually a bookable offense, and the referee was very lenient. But the referee got it wrong in the first one. So, it's not really his fault. He has the spirit. Don't forget, he came from Real Madrid. He's a winner. He has won so many trophies. And he still has that spirit. He wants to win more. He's competitive. He's combatant. That is just the thing. Some referees don't like that. And there's kind of a witch hunt. How can you have, how many? 8 yellow cards or 10 yellow cards in 11 matches? How? It's just, it's not realistic. So I can understand why Ten Hag is defending him. I will also defend him as well if I was his manager. Some of the cards are not warranted. Anyway, let's move on to another piece of news. Let me see. Okay, Now, about Luke Shaw, he was replaced just before halftime, and we have to just hope. We have to wait and hope that his injury is not serious. Perhaps it should have been risked for today's match, and we hope maybe it does not take 2 or 3 or 4 weeks out, because there's nobody in his position. Victor Lindelof is a central defender, and he's right central defender. He doesn't use his left leg, he uses his right leg. But he's meant to play in his position where he has to use left leg when replacing Luke Shaw. So I would just hope that his injury is not serious. But there's an article on him here by Rasmus Hojlund, still from Manchester Evening News. The headline is Luke Shaw injury concern emerges after Manchester United win at Luton Town. Luke Shaw was spotted hobbling after Manchester United's 2-1 Premier League win over Luton Town on Sunday. The left back was forced up in the first half at Kenilworth Road after surprisingly being named in the starting 11 by Erik ten Hag. Shaw was taken off in last Sunday's win at Aston Villa as a precaution, but the England international passed a late fitness test. Shaw did not appear to be in any sort of discomfort as he made his way down the tunnel on Sunday, walking off the pitch without any sign of a limp or anything of that nature. After the game, United boss Erik ten Hag insisted that the decision wasn't enforced on him due to a knock. "I can't tell," he said on BBC Radio 5 Live about the severity of Shaw's issue. "We have to wait minimum until tomorrow to see what's going on. Clear, when you come off, it doesn't look good." Despite ten Hag's comments, Shaw was seen walking through the mid zone at Kenilworth Road, hobbling. It's currently unclear what issue Shaw has or whether he'll be past fit for the visit of Fulham for United's next game. Victor Lindelof replaced Shaw for the second match in a row and put in another impressive shift at left back. United continued their unbeaten run in 2024 thanks to a quick-fire early brace from Rasmus Hojlund. The Hagsmen are now only 3 points behind Tottenham in the race for Champions League football. You see, it's really good. Just 3 points behind Tottenham Hotspur. You see, the thing is that Manchester United have to be in touching distance with Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa, because Manchester United cannot afford to lose out on Champions League next season. But at the rate they are going, there's a possibility, though remote for now, that Manchester United will qualify for Champions League, maybe in 4th position. And don't forget, with the new format and with the coefficient UEFA has given, it depends on the run of Manchester City, Liverpool and the rest. If they do very well in Europe this season, it therefore means 5th position next season in the Premier League will qualify for Champions League. So that teeny tiny hope, just keep that teeny tiny hope. That possibility is there that United will qualify for Champions League. Now let us jump to the Mirror newspapers, which has an article on Rasmus Hojlund. It is written by Nathan Riley. The headline is Rasmus Hojlund confirms whether he really met audacious second Man United goal. Manchester United striker Rasmus Hojlund claims that he 100% met his instinctive second goal against Luton. Having already opened the scoring within 40 seconds, Hojlund grabbed his second in rather unorthodox fashion. Teammate Alejandro Garnacho fired in a shot from the right-hand side of the penalty area, which looked to be going wide until Hojlund used his chest to deflect the ball past Luton goalkeeper Thomas Kaminski, making it 2-0. A debate quickly ensued as to whether or not the Danish striker met it, but it's in no doubt. I did mean it, 100%. Hojlund told Sky Sports after United's hard-fought 2-1 win. You can see I turned my body and it went in. I was surprised, to be honest. I have a lot of confidence at that moment. Jimmy Regnam was in agreement with United's informed £72 million signing, as the ex-Liverpool and Tottenham midfielder declared at halftime. He absolutely means it. He's red hot, he's brilliant, he's on his toes, he's instinctive, and he knows what he's doing. He flicks that left shoulder towards goal, and it's a fantastic piece of play, which what his tongue come out as well. He's licking his lips. He loves it so much. Hojlund is in great form. His 30th goal of the season, and is putting the doubters to sleep. Hojlund has now scored 7 goals in his last 6 Premier League games, having failed to find the net in his first 14 top flight outright since joining from Atalanta in August. Manager Erik ten Hag is delighted that he's now found his scoring form, but has always backed the 21-year-old. One of those things that we recruited him on was his character. He has a very strong character, and although he's 21 now, he can really perform under stress, ten Hag added. And that's one of the really big skills you need as a Manchester United striker. He's never nervous. He never loses confidence when he's not scoring. Obviously, it would have helped if he had scored earlier, because when you arrive in a new league, a new club, it will make it a lot easier. But I know he had that confidence. Hojlund himself added on his early struggles. I never doubted myself. But of course, you can be a bit down when you don't score. I knew it was just a matter of time. I was learning my teammates and knowing their positions. I always try to do my best. 3 points is the most important thing. I always want to score, but I always fight. You see, when he scored that goal, that's the end of the article. When he scored that goal, there was a debate immediately on social media. And within the pundits, some said, oh, no, he couldn't have meant it. It was by mistake, the ball just hit him. The other said, no, correction. Point of correction. He meant it. The ball was going out. It was a nice shot by Alejandro Garnacho, but that ball was going out. He didn't see the ball at first, but as the ball came closer to him, instinctively he saw it, and he deflected it with his left chest, just like that, to goal. And you can see the way he stood, the way he bent a little bit, squarely backwards. He actually absolutely 100% means it. He did it. It was good. And that goal won the game for Manchester United yesterday evening. Now let's move further. There's an article you may be interested in. It's in the Manchester Evening News on let me see, on David De Gea. I think I saw something about David De Gea. Yes, there's an article on David De Gea, and that article is written by Samuel Mild, and the headline is David De Gea makes decision on next move after leaving Manchester United. There's a picture of him here, looking very cool, man. Former Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea has reportedly decided to continue his career in Spain. De Gea has The guy has been without a club since leaving United last summer. Despite interest from teams in Saudi Arabia, he has now said to have chosen to wait for an offer from his home country. The Sun reports that he might return to Atletico Madrid, while Real Madrid are also an option. The Real was close to joining Real a decade ago, but a technical issue meant he stayed at United. Adrian Onana is now the Red's first choice goalkeeper. The Real won more Players of the Year awards than anyone else in the club's history during his time at Old Trafford. Though some poor showings at the end of last season saw Eric Ten Hag cut ties with the Spaniard. The Real was a superb servant to the club, and he shared his love for United following his departure. I would like to express my unwavering gratitude and appreciation for the love from the last 12 years, he said. We've achieved a lot since my dear Sir Alex Ferguson brought me to this club. I took incredible pride every time I put on his shirt. To lead the team, to represent this institution, the biggest club in the world, was an honor only bestowed upon a few lucky footballers. Now is the right time to undertake a new challenge, to push myself again in new surroundings. That's David De Gea. That's what he said when he left Manchester United. There had been talk of United giving De Gea a chance to come back to English football after Onana struggled during his early months at the club. However, the Cameroon star has produced some fine saves in recent weeks and looks to be getting back to his best. That is the story on De Gea. You see, love him or hate him, De Gea is an absolute legend for Manchester United. He was in the club for 12 years. 10 of those years, he was number one. Or 11 of those years, he was number one for United. He made saves upon saves upon saves upon saves. He won player of the year several times, more than any other Manchester United player. Towards the end, there were some little mistakes which could happen. Henderson makes mistakes. There's no goalkeeper that don't make mistakes. Manenoa make mistakes. It's normal, but that does not subtract from his greatness, from what he done, from what he did for Manchester United. He did a lot. He achieved a lot with the club. Even when there was total chaos in the club, the playing staff, he was there. He was saving Manchester United. He was winning Man of the Match awards continuously. The year was good for Manchester United. I can only wish him well. Wherever he goes to, I understand he refused to go to Saudi Arabia. Even when £500,000 a week was presented before him to go to Saudi Arabia, he refused. He said he doesn't want to go there. I can understand. After all, Mbappe refused £700 million to play for 1 year in Saudi Arabia. So money is not the be all, the end all to some people. Some people are satisfied with what they have. They invest heavily with what they have. So I can understand why he refused to go to Saudi Arabia. If he's going to play in Spain for Atletico Madrid, for Real Madrid, for whatever club in Spain, I wish him well. And every true Manchester United fan will wish him well. He was a great servant for Manchester United. Let us not mince words about that. Let the haters hate. It is normal in life. No matter what you do, some will like you, some will hate you. Some will love you, some will loathe you. That is how it is. Even if you have done the best thing that any man could do on earth, some will say you are not good enough. That is life. That is life. So you just have to accept it and move on. So I wish David Doya the best in his professional and personal life.